This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Friday, June 13th. A good bit warmer today with clouds blotting out the sun on occasion. The high will be 94, cloudy and humid this evening with a low of 74. That will be the story for Saturday and Sunday as well, with highs in the mid-90s and overnight lows in the mid-70s with slight chances for some rain both days. Here are today's headlines. A woman who said she was sexually abused as a child by Gateway Church founder Robert Morris has sued him and the church, alleging she was defamed by statements categorizing the abuse as an inappropriate relationship. Cindy Clemishire and her father, Jerry Lee Clemishire, are suing Morris, his wife Debbie, the Robert Morris Evangelistic Association, Gateway, 3 of its current elders, several former elders, and a former Gateway spokesperson. According to a news release from the law firm representing the Clemishires, the suit was filed in Dallas County District Court and seeks civil damages in excess of $1 million. The suit alleges Clemishire and her family were defamed by a past statement made by Morris, in which he referred to Clemishire as a young lady. Morris's statement, which was sent to Gateway staff shortly after the allegation against Morris became public last year, also said he stepped out of ministry to undergo a 2-year restoration process after Clemishire reported the alleged abuse to her parents and returned to the ministry with the blessing of Clemishire's father, which the suit said is not true. In other news, developer Ruel Hamilton, who was convicted in 2021 for paying 2 Dallas City Council members to advance his housing projects, was acquitted on all federal counts Thursday. Hamilton was originally found guilty in 2021 by a Dallas jury and sentenced to 8 years in federal prison. His case underwent an appeal, and the retrial began earlier this month. Senior U.S. District Judge Barbara Lynn, who oversaw Hamilton's 2021 trial, also presided over the retrial. When Hamilton was found guilty during the first trial in 2021, prosecutors argued the developer paid former council members Carolyn Davis and Dwayne Caraway for their support while they served on the council. AmeriSouth Realty Group, his company, built apartment complexes in southern neighborhoods of the city. Hamilton's conviction served as a political earthquake in Dallas politics as it involved a white businessman accused of bribery. Corruption trials in Dallas historically targeted black politicians and have often raised concerns from community members about racial bias in the prosecutions. Hamilton never served any time in prison. Next up, Governor Greg Abbott announced Thursday that he deployed over 2,000 troopers from the Texas Department of Public Safety and more than 5,000 Texas National Guard soldiers across the state ahead of the planned protests on Saturday. Abbott said in the news release, "Don't mess with Texas and don't mess with Texas law enforcement." The DPS troopers include special agents and Texas Rangers. They have been deployed to respond to potential criminal or violent activities at the protest, in addition to thousands of troopers already stationed throughout the state. Jolt Action, a nonprofit organization dedicated to strengthening Latino civic participation in Texas, released a statement on Wednesday criticizing Abbott's decision to deploy the Texas National Guard, saying that it undermines the constitutional right of free speech and peaceful assembly protected by the First Amendment. And Garland dad Greg Artkop was sitting at Smokey Joe's barbecue in southern Dallas recently. It was his first stop on a quest to eat at Texas's 50 best barbecue joints. It's a meaty journey that could take him up to 15,000 miles across the state within a year. Artkop has made it his mission to spend weekends away from his full-time job, instead eating peppery brisket and cheese-laced sausage in tiny Texas towns. His rubric is Texas Monthly's list of top 50 barbecue joints released every 4 years. He totes a pocket-sized passport to all 50 spots and gets a stamp at the checkout line at each restaurant. Texas Monthly released its latest list earlier this month. It will be the 3rd time Artkop has trekked to all 50 on the list. This pastime demands some patience, though. The father of 3 actually wrote a children's book, Baby's First Barbecue, while waiting 15 hours in line at Snow's in Lexington. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back on Monday with more from the Dallas Morning News.